So you're starting to work for a German company and you're asking yourself, how does this work with the payslip? Do I get a paper every month, or which deductions are there and what do I have to know about this? So today we're going to talk about the German payslip and all the deductions you have to know on your monthly salary. So welcome back to another video here on GTax. My name is Roland. Elias, I'm a German tax advisor, and today I'm going to show you a typical German payslip and all the deductions you have to know. So first of all, the basic system is we are going to speak about the standardized system of a payslip in Germany. This is called by a software partner of us, the so-called Dativ, and we have some test clients we already use to show our clients or your own personal how the payslip in Germany works. So I'm going to show you these standardized payslip so that you can see how it works in Germany. So first of all, we have the so-called Abrechnung der Brutto-Nettobezüge. This is the standardized system you should know about. There the standard is like details like name, address, tax class, social security number, and all these other details of you. Yes, you're here and you are the person who gets the money. So we have all these information up there. I blacked some of them out because there are some internal informations on it. But it's, for example, like this. At the top, you see the so-called personal number. It's the number of the employer. Then besides this, there's the birth date. Then the so-called Steuerklasse, tax class, and then you have some other informations besides the social security number, SV number. Under this, the social security, the so-called Krankenkasse, which is for social security. Then we have some other informations, like for example when the employee had started for the business, then the tax ID, and then the other information about where he lives and what he's doing or what he or she is doing. This is the standardized system, and then if you go down under like this, then you see the so-called Bruttogehalt, which is the gross salary. The gross salary, this is what you have been talking about with your new employer, like, okay, how much money do I get? Then you say, for example, 3,400 euro. Then he says, okay, this is the money you get, but there are some deductions. And these deductions lead to the net salary. And this is the one here below. For example, here, this is the net salary. And then you have the deductions, like the so-called tax brutto. It's called the, then they have the wage tax, you have church tax, for example, here. Then you have the so-called social security part. And all these things are getting deducted from a salary from 3,400 euro. Then some tax-free and social security-free benefits, which are here, for example, 50 euro, 80, 79. Then you have 3,485 and 79. Then we have the taxes, which will be deducted. Then you have the social security, which is deducted. And then you have a net salary of 2,368 euro. But in this case, the so-called sonstiger Sachbezug, it's called specialized benefits, will be deducted also, because in the most cases in Germany, you get, for example, like a so-called present card. It's not really a present, it's like a card. You can also have it on your mobile phone or a smartphone. And then you can pay with these cards and say, okay, for example, I will pay some of the for some of the gas for my car, or get on Amazon, get there something, and then these gets deducted, and these down below here is the payout. So you see, from 3,458 and 79 cents will be at the end 2,241 and 89 cents. This is the full brutto, the gross salary, and this is the net salary, or example, this is the payout. These payouts are, for example, relatively deducted, but it's not all of the social security which is paid, because there you see 715 and 53. This is the part which is also paid by the employer. So the employer also has double up your social security. So, for example, at the moment we have pension insurance 80.6% split between employer and employee. Then we have health insurance at the moment round about 14.6% plus additional contribution. But this are the first 2 points which will rise in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, we have a pension insurance up to 23% in the highest amount, and health insurance will be around about 19 to 20%. The employment insurance at the moment around about 2.6% split evenly, but this will rise in the next few years to 3 to 3.5%. Nursing insurance is a specialty in Germany. Almost a lot of countries worldwide don't have differentiated nursing care insurance, and the most it's the health insurance included. This is about 3.05 to 3.4%. Varies on your status, age, and something like this. So you have to know this, that this is not like this, that you say, okay, I get 3,400 euros and already I know I get this one. No, this is difference or depends on your, for example, personal status like married, divorced or single, if you have children, and how old you are. And for example, with like the church tax, it depends on which country in Germany you live. For example, in Bavaria, there's a lower church tax. In other countries is a higher church tax, and this depends also on this. So the big question is for everyone at the end, why is my net salary so different from my gross salary? It's because there are so much deductions like social security, taxes. This is the next question is, for example, if I'm in the wrong tax class, is it possible that I pay too much taxes? No, it's not. Because in the end, you can do a tax return, and at the end you can say, hey, I have to pay lower taxes. So in the end, I can say, yeah, it depends on the whole year, for example, not just on the tax class. But the tax class, we already talked about this, depends on your family status. So if you have more deductions, and this is the specialty in Germany, for example, if we go here into the net salary, you say, oh yeah, but I have some work expenses like driving to work, like education or something like this. Then you can do a tax return and say, I have higher expenses for work, for some other social things like if you're for example illness or something like this, then you can deduct this from your taxes, and then you get at the end a higher net, but not on your monthly payslip, because the monthly payslip is very automized. So there's another thing. Do you know how much you have to, or could you reduce your social security? Yes, you can. For example, in the health insurance, you can move to a cheaper, for example, health insurance, but you should be aware that if the health insurance is cheaper, at the end it might be possible that you have less benefits, and then you say, okay, but I need, for example, for glasses or for eyelenses or something like this. You say, okay, I need this, but in a cheaper health insurance, this is not included, in other is it? Or for example, one big thing is the cancer thing, or some diabetes or something like this. Some of the health insurances are keeping up with this, some are not. So just check out before you change your social security system or your health insurance. So just to have a little bit of more net salary or payout, because in the end it might be, hey, I need some new glasses, and I can go to the insurance and say, hey, glasses are damaged, just give me some new, or pay 50% or something like this. This depends on your personal situation, just to check it. But at the end, it almost is very cheap for the social security system in the health insurance or in the nursing insurance, but the tax system in Germany is already very high. So do you have another questions to the from the payslip in Germany? You see, it's just yeah, a lot of information up there, like for May 2025, for example. These are numbers you don't have to know about. These are special signs for employers of tax consultancies. Yeah, and this is all you have to know about the German payslip. And yeah, this is how your brutto, called gross salary, gets deducted to the 1/3 down to your net salary.